is this?
Christmas Eve, sir.
Hanukkah is the festival of lights. One day of presents, hell no, we get the 8 crazy nights.
Come dashing with me, Papa Grimbo.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. I keep meaning to make more ones of those. I keep meaning to make more of those Christmassy openings. But I just love the Capaldi bit at the end. I mean, like, I was watching it. Oh man, I should have done it. I think I forgot. Basically, I forgot. That's why I will do one for. I'll do a new one for Thursday, and then maybe another one for Saturday. Maybe one for Christmas Day. We have a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of programming news. Yes, it's very exciting. It is the time of peace on earth and goodwill to all men. I would like to hope so. Well, it's the good news for me is my wife has made the Christmas pudding. I'm very excited, and it is a big one. It's a heavy one. It's 2 kilos. Okay, she just took it out of the thing. She the basin. She steamed it in, right, and said, "Here, fill this." Boom. It couldn't have been any better if Pamela Anderson had to put her breast in my hand. It was perfect. The perfect weight of a Christmas pudding. It was somewhat sumptuous. And I think there is something a bit, somewhat erotic about a good Christmas pudding. I have to say, something a bit, something about the old boobies, right? They are kind of like booby-ish in certain ways. Maybe I fetishize Christmas puddings. I don't know. I've never really thought about it before, but I do like them, right? I do like. Oh, I smelled it. It smelled rich. It smelled Christmas pudding. And then my wife said, "Oh, I better start making the mince pies too." I'm like, yes, yes. I'm very happy about this time of the year. It's just good food time, right? It's just good food time. My only problem is my wife's too successful at a job to be making good food all the time. Like we have these things called latkes, the Jewish thing. It's basically shredded potato, egg, salt, pepper, maybe a bit of flour. Yeah, and you make them into like little meat balls, and you fry them, right? Because it's oil, man. Everything's about the oil in Hanukkah, baby. Everything's about the oil. That's why donuts are a big thing, right? She hasn't made donuts yet this year. It's been very distressing. But again, I can't complain that she's just successful. Meaning I am bereft of a good donut, right? Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. But I have hopes. I hope the miracle of lights will descend upon us. I was actually thinking about this today. So that during Hanukkah, we have this extra bit we say in our daily this prayer we say 3 times a day, which is long, right? This thing called the Shemona Esrei, which is 19 blessings. We add in this huge bit about Hanukkah, right? And it really brings home what I think the message of it is, which is and the essence of the miracle of Hanukkah. I think it's somewhat universal, right? It was said at one point Mel Gibson, to get out of trouble, was going to do a movie about Hanukkah. I was like, oh man, yes, that would be awesome. I don't know. I really like Mel Gibson's work. I just want to give him a pass. I mean, that's basically where I am. I like Fat Man. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies, right? I think it's really weird and strange and fun. I really enjoy Fat Man. If you don't know, Fat Man is a strange revenge, violent action movie in which a boy engages a hitman who has a vendetta against Santa to go and kill him, right? And it's all about him stalking Santa for the first half of the movie, getting to the North Pole or whatever. And then the big showdown is the second half of the movie, this huge bloody action for Nana, because Santa is played by Mel Gibson. Santa is not to be trifled with, and like the elves, they're all packing, and yeah, although they eat lots of candy as well. But it's a very violent Santa. I love it, right? I really genuinely love that movie. And look, what can I tell you? Braveheart, excellent movie. He's a fantastic director, right? He really is. So they said that he was going to make a movie about Hanukkah, about the Maccabees, which I've been totally up for that. The story essentially is. Oh, I forgot. 1 second. One second. It is the third night of Hanukkah. So, doink, dun, da, da, da. Yeah, there we go. There. There you go. I've got my virtual candles up. It's the third night of Hanukkah, right? You'll see 3 candles plus 1 big one. Oh, you like it big, baby. The big one, right, is so if you use the light from the any of those candles, you actually use it from the big one instead. So you're not using the light from the smaller ones, which is the thing to publicize the miracle for anything other than that. So what is a miracle? Okay, and this is why I think it particularly pertains to where we are right now in space and time, right? And I hope it is. Oh man, that'll be incredible, right? So essentially, it was talking about an insane victory about those who had no power against those who had total power, right? You had like the Maccabees, which was a force of a few hundred, non-trained partisans, right? Against like the world power, against like the might of Greece, right? It was well, it was actually a civil war more than anything else. But that's essentially what it was, and that they were victorious was insane, right? It was completely insane. So the reason this point is chosen as the holiday because they recaptured the Jewish temple at this time of year, and there was only enough oil to do the like the menorah, right? There's this big candelabra that they had to light, but there's only enough pure oil to do it for one day, right? It's going to take a week to make some more. So they said, fine, we'll light it, and we should light it anyway. You shouldn't delay doing you should never delay doing the will of God, right? If they said do it, even though it's going to run out, right? So it used to be before things got bad that the 1 day's worth would last for a week. That's when the Rabbi Shimon the Righteous, Shimon Tzaddik was alive, right? But since he died, that stopped. But anyway, that happened again, indicating that they had regained that level of righteousness, and it pierced reality, right? It pierced reality throughout time and space, right? Because in the blessing that you say when you light the candles, you say, "Blessed are you, God, King of the universe. Sha'asadnitim have done miracle beyond in those days." Bisman has at this time, right? Because it goes through time, and the way you access that miracle power is through looking at the candles, right? And I was like, so anyway, but the essence of the miracle is an overthrowing of power, right? And boy, could we really handle seeing something like that right now? I do get a feeling though, at the same time, the hammer's just about to fall. I think there's going to be massive joblessness, right? There's going to be massive layoffs in the new year, right? I think in January and February, we're going to see like, I don't know. I can certainly see a path to like being like the Great Recession, and they have to, and people start living in pods voluntarily, to be looked after by the state. And I would imagine those pods would probably separate the families, by you'll separate people by age and gender, obviously, gender. What's the word I'm looking for? Gender choice. Exactly. I can really see that happening. Couldn't you? Like all these tech losers who spent their days having meetings and getting lattes, and all of a sudden, are completely, unemployable, right? And have no idea what to do about anything. They say, "Oh yeah, you can go into government housing, which is living in a pod. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy." That's what they want to get a lot of us by 2030, right? They're really kind of freaked out that 50 million people. I was watching this on Tim Paul. They had a very good show yesterday. They're freaked out that about 50 million people chose not to get the vaccine, which I'm not one of them. They said get the vaccine in Israel. There isn't any hint at civil liberties. Like, no, you get vaccine. What? No, you get vaccine. Okay, but I don't know. You get vaccine. Have you you get vaccine? Okay, vaccine done. Come back. We give you other. Really? Yeah, that's kind of how it went down. But we all did it. It was like, yeah, what the hell? What's it? I'm like, okay, but man, I wouldn't be so like my sons. I'll be like, no. If it was quick, it was now. I'll be like, yeah, no. You want to stay away from that stuff, right? You want to stay away from that stuff, and they stop the supply of ivermectin, which probably would have cured it, right? That's insane. Oh, I like, but I do get a feeling the hammer is really about to fall. But at the same time, I would like to see some kind of Hanukkah miracle. I like to see like all the power in the world who think they're completely untouchable, like the people at Twitter used to about a month ago, right? They all thought like the FBI. They thought nobody. Again, not that made any difference, right? The FBI thought nobody would ever know that you have absolute hard proof of them breaking the law, right? They thought it would never ever happen. It happened, but it just hasn't made any difference, has it? It's crazy. It's but I don't know. Maybe something will happen from that. But the Republicans, they're such losers. So if you don't know, the Twitter files dropping right now. The last ones show that the FBI paid Twitter to suppress speech. That's really bad. I don't know a nice way of saying it, right? It wasn't good, right? It was not good. Fine. Let's get some eye candy up. Doink. Oh yeah, let's show you what's coming up, and we'll get to the chat as well. Look at me getting a move on, because I got to get to that article about the action figures today. All right, I've been pushing that off for like 2 weeks already. Suits you, sir. I like a bit of suits you, sir. Right, because there we are going to be talking about the costume lot, because the normies are talking about it, and I don't know about fashion or things like that. So we're going to listen to the Guardian. I guess the Guardian will probably know better than we would, right, about what's going down. I'll show you what's coming up though. We have. I don't have a thumbnail ready yet for Thursday, right? I don't have it ready yet for Thursday, but we have tomorrow's video is Screenwriters Bonkers ranking of Doctor Who Christmas and New Year specials. I want for Christmas, I want you to make everybody finally admit that Jodie is the bestest ever. And Santa replied, darling, I'm Santa. I can't go about lobotomizing the world. Well, we appreciate you trying. Finish listening to this Warmaster Escape from Reality. Good, strong recommend, right? It's really good. Derek Jacobi is excellent in it. 2 excellent stories and 2 okay stories, right? But the 2 excellent stories make the 2 okay stories worthwhile. And one of the okay stories is I can't remember the literature. I know it vaguely, but I can't remember. They talked about it on the making, but I couldn't remember where it's from. So that made it a bit harder. But that first one, man, that first story was awesome. And the Watson story was also very, very, very good. Right. Then anyway, Saturday, Christmas Eve with the Rabbi. We're going to be going over this, which I've been wanting to do for a while. Christmas in Another Dimension, classic Christmas specials that never were. Yeah, so there was a Jan Francis for One Night Only was Peter Davison. For One Night Only, I nearly filled in as a doctor in 1982. And in 1971, I nearly made a splendid Christmas dinner for Unit. And background, we have the ice warrior going, don't look at me. I'm in a cunning disguise. which is literally how it would have was mooted to have appeared. So I've been wanting to go over that article for a long time, right? So we're going to be doing that on Christmas Eve, along with the normal shenanigans, right? Shenanigans, but the shenanigans, okay, the shenanigans are going to go down on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we're doing a special after the turkey, chill out, stream, and hang out. Join in with drunken party games. Yes, we will. Are we having guests? Hopefully, we will be doing drinking games. There will be there will be debauchery and obscene shenanigans. I hope you join in with the obscene shenanigans with me. We will be doing some party games. Okay, so that sounds fun. Here it is for the Instagram. Doctor Who had left me on his post when I got it back from you idiots. Yes, that is true. That is sadly true. Oh, my wife's making the turkey chestnut stuff. It's coming up. Very good. What else we got coming up? Oh, this I just saw it the other day. Donald Trump declares all-out war on everybody in power. Probably 7 years too late. If he can pull it off, I will be impressed. His digital Bill of Rights thing is a absolute declaration of war against the deep state, against the entire administrative state. It's saying we're going to stop what you're doing, and we're going to prosecute you for doing what you've done, and we're sending you to jail. Right? I mean, just like it's like, okay, well, this is what's going on. I mean, like, dude, maybe you want to wind that back a little bit, right? Let's wind that in. Anyway, let me get to the chat. Jordan Lee, did you hear what Jeremy Clarkson said about Meghan Markle? I believe so. He said she should be shame-walked like Cersei Lannister in Game of Thrones. I can't disagree with him. Now, I know, of course, the areas clutching their pearls saying, no, not violence against women, especially a woman of color. Okay, how is Meghan Markle black? So look at Ncuti Gatwa is black. You know how I know Ncuti Gatwa was black? Because he's black. You can see him being black, right? You see Millie Gibson, she's white, right? You know how you can see? Because he can see them, right? Meghan Markle is white. Let me get a picture of Meghan Markle. I mean, I'm sorry, mate. We may have to vomit, but I mean, that pussy must be just the most insanely good pussy in the whole world to make all that worthwhile. God, I can't stand her. Hang on, I'm trying to get. I mean, she is hot. Don't get me wrong. But man, like what? I mean, like it. I mean, she just comes across as thoroughly evil. Doesn't she? Yeah, she comes across as thoroughly evil. So, okay, fine. I'm trying to work out how she's supposed to be black. Somebody explain it to me. Any other? Oh, I got me to grab another picture. She just doesn't look very black to me. She looks white. Now, yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know what they're saying. Here's a picture. Fine. Let me put these over here. Doink. Right. Now, pardon me, but isn't that a white chick? I mean, I care. I know she's got dark hair and brown eyes, but her skin is white, as is, I believe, her parents' skins. Whatever. This is called a white woman, right? White woman, not a black woman, right? A hot white woman, I'll grant you, right? A hot white woman who must have some strange royalty mesmerizing pussy, right? You know, like they in Game of Thrones, you never saw it, but in the books apparently, you what's his name? Loved what's that? What's that? The people who the pirates. I'm gonna look it up. Game of Thrones Pirate House. Who is it? Greyjoy, right? Greyjoy. Thank you. What was I thinking about? Right, yeah, no, they said that was it. The villain, the Greyjoy villain that had come in the second half of Game of Thrones was supposed to have a horn that could mesmerize dragons, right? Maybe she has a pussy that can mesmerize royalty. Although, to be honest with you, yeah, it seems to be a bit the skag end of royalty, but it looks a bit to me. What can you tell you? Anyway, I did hear about it. I hear people clutching their pearls about it, and unless I'm missing something, they're being very disingenuous, right? I mean, like he was obviously talking about Game of Thrones, right? I mean, very obviously. So that's all that. Yes, please don't be rude about Black Bradley Walsh on set. Like he thought, oh yeah, that was a story and a half, man. The story is basically, yeah, so he'll just walk off. I thought it was being a right tit, and then as the story went on, she says, yeah, sometimes I just kept getting my lines wrong over and over and over again. I kept getting it wrong over and over. I kept getting it wrong and kept getting it wrong. And he would walk off and make a cup of tea. In other words, you know, professional performer loses patience with amateur wannabe, right? I think and the amateur wannabe not realizing that's what they are. The outfit is fine, says Gal Kamrazov. Just okay. Honestly, I feel like it. I'll be saying this a lot about everything is going to be better than what came before, but we all know that it's not going to just be better than what came before, right? That bar is way too low, right? It's got to be so crazy. I mean, it can't be in the same universe. I'm sorry. Like what came before was evil garbage, right? That was the opposite of Doctor Who and the opposite of anything made for human beings, right? It was awful, right? It's got to be not only okay, it's got to be great, right? It's got to be as good as David Tennant was. And that's what they're all banking on, by the way, right? It's got to be fantastic. I think it's got a very good chance of being fantastic. I really do, right? I would like. I hope it's gonna be, right? I hope it's all gonna come together. I really get the feeling it is. I listen. I may be mesmerized by Millie Gibson being super hot, but like, she has a lot of confidence going into this thing, right? And she doesn't, and she seems like genuinely excited about what they're doing, right? Whereas I never got that feeling from their predecessors, right? They felt like it was important what they're doing, breaking glass, but it feels like they're having fun. We're gonna we have a video of them to watch together again. I mean, like not really much info, but look, he's very charming, Ncuti, and he just is. He's got a very like. I just want to see what they're gonna do, right? I want to see what they're gonna do. I want to see how long it's going to take before they rework out what it is they're really doing as well, because like Christopher Eccleston in Rose, it's a series that's in a different universe to like David Tennant in Runaway Bride, right? It's like in Runaway Bride they worked out what they are doing and what they can do with Doctor Who, and they're doing right. Runaway Bride, so good. By the way, I'm watching it again last night, right? And the TARDIS chase scene is okay. The CGI isn't awesome, but it's way good enough. It's really way good enough and it's so much fun. It's so exhilarating, right? It's such a great idea, right? Of how to suddenly get big budget and like with Doctor Who, it really is a wonderful sequence. It is a punchy ammo. It's really, the whole thing is exhilarating, right? I really like Runaway Bride. I haven't finished watching it. I'm gonna go from that into the Time of the Doctor, right? Because I have to start reviewing them. I think tomorrow. I got to get to those ones. Tomorrow, the day after, my countdown, the most Christmassy Doctor Who of all time, man. So I've really gone deep in Christmassy Doctor Who this year. It's a lot's been better than I remember. A lot's been worse, man. The Matt Smith stuff is a bit grim. Let me tell you, it's not. I mean, like first one, very, very good, right? I remember Time of the Doctor not being bad. I saw it a couple of years ago. But like, I'm really looking forward to getting one of my favorite ones. My favorite ones are A Christmas Carol, The Next Doctor, and Twice Upon a Time. Right? I think I like the basic story and messing of those ones, and even I got to get a re-edit of that one with David Tennant appearing at the end. Yeah, because that would irritate me otherwise. Because I think with that it'll all just be right. Again, in my head canon, the Jodie experiment was just something in a pocket universe with reality playing itself out, right? So goodbye. And I do think we're going to be revealed to be in the toy makers realm all the time, sometime in the not in the beginning, right? Some way in, but that would certainly explain why he can meet with Donna and what's all that stuff is going on. But I think it's going to be okay. Darren M is here. How you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us. Matt the Silent is here. How is it that I love a fan film starring a non-white male as a doctor, but not male as a doctor, but not the actual thing? I don't know. Maybe not all non-white males aren't the same. That would be. It's a crazy notion, but that could be right. That might answer your mystery. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Let me see. I still think the Jodie incarnation is going to be somewhat flushable, right? Matt the Silent. Just wait and see, right? Wait and see. Again, if the entire Jodie incarnation took place in the toy maker's lair, then that makes everything okay, right? Because then, I don't know, my brain was addled from being in the toy maker's lair or something like that, right? Catherine Fee is here. How you doing, Catherine Fee? Thank you for joining us. Whizzing through the chat now. Look at me. Well, I was going to say I was only 10 minutes behind. I'm 25 minutes behind. Okay, so I'm a little bit more behind than I thought. You think Matt Silent thinks Ncuti Cat was out as very Jodie? I really thought not at all. Right? I thought it was much cleverer than Jodie's outfit. Right? I think it was something that a normal person could wear and somewhat get away with. It's more like I really got to Photoshop it so give them different colors to be in, right? I think that would certainly be cool. But doing the same thing, but in different shades, like have a red one, a green one. I think that I think doing that. I think this is a look rather than a uniform. Yeah, we'll find out. Rabbi actually looks like a modern edgy Santa with that beard and hat. There is the blue the new red. I guess so. I don't know. I got a red one over here. Maybe I'll do the red one on Christmas Day. It's not enough, says sorry, not enough of what? I don't know. So I don't think it looks Jodie. But again, what really matters is what he's going to be doing when he wears it, right? And I think that as long as he's very good at that, which he seems like he's gonna be, I think we're fine, right? I do think we're fine. DC is here. How you doing, DC? And Colin Archer, how you doing? Getting to the chat within 15 minutes. Never. I know. I was impressed with myself, right? I was impressed with myself. I've got to get to that article, right? There's a couple of things I've got to get to. So, like, I'm pushing myself. Yeah. So that's basically, I got all the stuff lined up for next week. And this guy so cutting, you could hang a bomb out and call it a tree. Yeah, that was the idea for the 1968 Christmas special. Right, we will see. It's a fun little article. Mark the Vicar is here. How you doing, Mark the Vicar? The only thumbnail breasts are on that damn turkey, and they're lacking. Well, I'm terribly sorry. Well, you know, we've had a nice bit of boobage recently. I think we'll, New Year's coming. I think I see a very sexily a very sexily clad Millie Gibson on a New Year's thumbnail, right? I think with Jonathan, it might be something like the Fifth Doctor transformed. That's not Tegan. No, that's Jan. Was it Jan Marshall? I think from Just Good Friends. Yeah, it's not Tegan. No, the idea was, and it's tragic they didn't do this, right? That the Doctor enters a pantomime realm, kind of like the realm of fiction, but the realm of pantomime, and he becomes a pantomime dame. He becomes like a leading pantomime hero, which is always played by a woman, right? So because he was busy recording Sink or Swim at the time. So he could have just done the opening and the close and have what's the name play the Doctor all the way through, and there would have been look, John Nathan Dodo would have been in his absolute element. It would have been so much fun, right? I think they actually genuinely could have made that work, right? But I don't know. Pulls out a rifle, sing that again. I dare you. What are we talking about? I don't know. Jonathan Cox is here. How you doing, Jonathan Cox? Thank you for joining us. M is here. Who we got? DM Waite is here. Or Demoit. Why on earth do they have? Why on an alien planet do they have races from Earth? Which alien planet are we talking about? What are we talking about? Let me think. On a alien planet. Basically, because it's always about us. Science fiction is always really about us, right? And the times we're living, it's never about the future. Let me just get rid of this bot. Block user, doink. Now, somebody already got to him. There you go. Bot be gone. Why couldn't Charles just marry Camilla decades ago? Well, I think that's like the recurring theme in The Crown. You know, people not getting married, right, when they really should. Like Princess Margaret not marrying what's his name, who plays Callan for Big Finish. Wasn't a good thing, right? Neither was Charles not marrying Camilla, right? And yeah, none of that really worked out well. Basically, you know, you got to have a real bit of backbone to be able to have power and luxury, right? And I think the Queen probably had it. I'm not sure how much the rest of the Queen, probably Prince Philip probably had it. Still not sure about how long Shooter's top is. Not long enough. It looks like it'll be flashing his tummy every time he moves. I think that's the idea. Jan Francis in a pixie cut day, sadly. That's the one. Colin Archer knows who we're talking about. There we go. And we're caught up. Okay, we're up to date. So what are we going to do first? Let's go look at the thumbnail. Oh, you know what? Let's do a bit of news, right? Think. Go over here. Let me pull this up. So you go bye-bye, and you go hello. You come here. There you go. Doink. Fine. So this is the new outfit. We're looking at the so on an unrelated note, these images of the guy who pretended to be Doctor Who just started circulating again. I'm like, oh, we should really talk about this guy. What's his name again? It said in his car, David Burton, right? So this guy's called David Burton. Was he looks a bit paedophile to me, right? Because everybody from then was a paedophile. So I don't know. So the Shield Motor Group, it says the new Doctor Who, apparently. I just don't believe any of this story whatsoever, right? I don't think they filmed anything. And I think he's lying, right? And I think he's just caught in a lie, right? This is him opening a fake. Really weird story, right? But he does look a bit paedophile to me. I don't know. But again, they all are from then, aren't they? So, yeah, that just looks like, somebody was rounded up in Operation Dirty Bugger. So anyway, they released the new outfit, right? They released the new outfit, I guess, in anticipation of them, like them doing location filming and then being filmed location filming, right? No such luck, unfortunately. But here we have them together. But the only pictures that came out were very, very vague, right? There was this one, which was a bunch of people around a boat. Can't even tell if there's anybody in costume because they're all wearing these thick coats, right? There is a better picture. Shooty Gutwer is now on the clapperboard, apparently. Very good. And he's getting ready in makeup. It looks lovely. So this is from Shooty. This is the only picture, right? So you see it's in olden days, like anything from 100 to 200 years ago, I guess. Is that somebody working there, or is that somebody? You can't tell if that somebody's working or if that somebody is an extra, right? I don't see Shooty anywhere. They all look very, very cold, right? They all look very, very cold. Okay, so the TARDIS looks like the same TARDIS as Jodie's, which is fine by me. That looks fine. There's really, like somebody asked me, are you going to do a live stream? There's really nothing to do a live stream on, right? That's it. That's it. This is all the news. Well, there's a little bit more. We'll go what else there is. Also, we're going to watch this video in a second with the shooter's butt, which looks to me, now I'm straight, but that was like a pretty good butt. But apparently he likes a bit the cake, right? So do we get a better look at his necklace? No, we do not. But the cake looks awfully good. As does Shooty. Fine. So let's watch this video with him. Doink. Video file. Where is it? Doink. Oh man, we've got to watch that as well. That's crazy. Here we go.
Okay.
Number 2.
Okay.
This is Millie Gibson's
Millie
trailer.
freaking Gibson.
Millie fucking Gibson. Otherwise.
Okay, so Millie said Millie freaking Gibson, and he said Millie fucking Gibson. Shooty, you're gonna have to sit down, mate. With RTD, and he's gonna say no, never, ever. While you're Doctor Who, should you be speaking like that, right? That's a big no, right?
Known as Ruby Sunday.
Oh, honey. Ah, you want to step up? Yeah, that's a good angle.
And that's basically all we know. I mean, look, they sound. I do like how fun they sound together. Let's watch that again.
The girl.
Okay.
Okay.
This is number 2.
Okay.
This is Millie Gibson's
Millie
trailer.
freaking Gibson.
Millie fucking Gibson, otherwise known as Ruby Sunday.
Oh, honey. Ah. You want to step up? Yeah, that's a good angle.
Nice bit of heating going on there. So that's all the news, right? That's basically there's like no. I guess I'll do a news wrap up video on Friday, covering it. But it's like there's that, and there was Mandip Gill. Oh god, so embarrassing. Mandip Gill throwing the shade. I think she was joking. I just think she's dumb, right? It's like one of the best self-owns of all time. She said, basically, she's like, oh, it keeps wandering off. Yeah, and then she mentioned, oh, yeah, that's normally when I spend hours getting my lines wrong. Yeah, making mistakes. So it's like, there's some weird coincidence, right? There's some weird coincidence. I was like, this girl is the dumbest girl in the history of girls, right? This is insane. Before we get forward, here, look, we're going to watch this. And this is why Tom Cruise should be the king of Hollywood, right? In my mind, the king of Hollywood.
Hey everyone! Here we are over stunning South Africa, and we're filming Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 and 2.
And I love how much energy he puts into his product. And I like everything he freaking does. I like a Tom Cruise movie. I especially like the Mission Impossible movies. I think he's really nailed that.
But I didn't want the year to end without thanking you all for coming out to the theater, and thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick.
I mean, like, man, this star is this is the last Hollywood star. He is the absolute last one. He's been married a bunch of times. There's creepy stuff about him. What is I don't know. Okay, Scientology. I don't care. He's charming. He's pretending to be a good person, right? He's pretending to be humble. He might really be, right? He's pretending to thank us for our custom because he's not a schmuck. He understands how this works, right? He knows his job is to entertain us, not to lecture us. And he's very good at entertaining us. But here, let's keep going.
Hey, kids, it's Chris McCoy, writer, director.
Hi, everybody. Hey, thank you. Hey, listen, we really got a room. We got to get this shot.
Oh, yeah, we're filming. We got to get this shot. All right, are you coming?
Not on your life. Good luck.
Okay, we'll see you down there.
And Tom Cruise does insane shit. I'm sorry. He earns you going to the cinema. He really does. I understand he's cray-cray, but this is insane.
Whoa. Where was I? Oh, yeah, thank you for supporting Top Gun Maverick. As always, thank you for allowing us to entertain you.
Oh, my God. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm seeing your movie right now. Okay. I don't care what the movie is. I'm going to see it. Thank you for allowing us to entertain you. Oh, God. This should be drummed into all your idiot Hollywood stars, right? Yeah. This is why he's the last movie star. All you morons, okay? You don't have to really be good people. You just got to fucking pretend. Did you forget? You just have to pretend. That doesn't mean calling Ted Cruz a Nazi, Seth Rogen. You just sound like a schmuck.
It truly is the honor of a lifetime. Yeah.
And you know what? He's right. He is absolutely right. It is the honor of the lifetime to be able to entertain people the way Tom Cruise does. He's absolutely right. I mean, like, imagine having that power, right? And using it essentially for good. I'm sorry. Again, there's all this creepy stuff about him, like all the crazy eye stuff going on. But like, essentially, he just makes people happy. He makes people's days go by better. He gives people a break from like whatever the bullshit they're dealing with in life. Because you go and you watch a good, entertaining movie. Man, you forget how good that was. I was just no interest in going to see Avatar. Right? I don't want to. I just don't care. All right, I don't care enough to be late. I know you're going to lecture me, James Cameron.
Very lucky.
Okay, this is what this guy's doing to entertain me. Okay, yes, I'm on board. This is how I want to be treated. As a consumer, this is how I want to be treated.
So, I better get back to work. We got to get this shot. You have
Okay, Tom, you got to get back to work.
a very safe and happy holiday. We'll see you at the movies.
I love that. I love that. We'll see you at the movies, right? No one's done more to get me at my ass out my house and to a movie theater than Tom Cruise. We'll see you at the movies. What an incredibly good tagline. Like, because it's so simple and it's so it gets home what it is. I'll see you at the movies. I hope so. I will see you at the movies, Tom Cruise. That's crazy.
December 22nd, the biggest movie of the year arrives on Paramount Plus. Top Gun Maverick.
I haven't seen the first Top Gun. I never got around to seeing Top Gun Maverick. I gotta get around to that. Right? That's crazy. Okay, Tom Cruise, you've earned you've earned your money. You've earned your money and you've done well. Right? Fine. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's any new Doctor Who headlines that we need to address. So we go. Doink. Do bum bum ba da dun dun dun. I love that Mission Impossible. What's this? Exodus didn't have a special, but it had the best Christmas episode. Okay, we know that. Yeah, it's called The Unquiet Dead. It's very good. Well done. Well done, CBR. Well done. Billy Piper has one condition to return playing Rose. Yes, he wants it outside the front bloody door, right? And apparently with Doogie Howser for some reason. Is that Doogie Howser or is that Retard Doctor? I don't know. There's that show my wife watches, The Good Doctor. This is about a doctor with autism, and every time I walk in, the doctors go, this man has fibromyalgia alpha. He needs penicillin. It's like, but doctor, you got autism. How? That's not the prescription. I worked it out. I hate that show. So I call it Retard Doctor. And again, if you have general retardation, I apologize. I am not tarring you with a brush of that. Simpering moron. Of course not. 10 Doctor Who flops the BBC is buried. Oh, but okay. Yeah, fine. That's on MSN. How can that be? They never anything worth watching on there. We accept. Okay. Oh, you want me to watch it? No. Piss off. Go away. Okay. If you can't tell me, I don't want to know. No. Should the gut was as Doctors Due Time would have us fangirling. Okay, in Out magazine. Fangirling! Yay! Oh, that sounds so much fun. Look at that. That's not doing Doctor Who. Doctor Who conducted inappropriate breast examination, suspended from medical register for 6 months. Well, that's not bad. Is that 3 months per breast? That's pretty good. Doctor Who's 6th anniversary fan theory. Mind-blowing, but with a few holes. Let's hear it then. Let's hear it, Milado. Okay? Let's hear it. And then we'll start looking at Shooter's outfit. What's your fan theory? What if Neil Patrick Harris is not the toy maker, but another powerful enemy of the Doctor? Fans discussing the events of special episodes discussing Doctor Who's City, blah, blah, blah. Such activity was triggered by the unexpected return date, blah, blah, blah. We know this, but Doctor Who fans stop getting us up to date. Teaser intrigued many Whovians who expect the plot of the episodes will be something extraordinary, especially because now there's no Rusty Davis. Okay. Since the plot Since the plot 60th anniversary remains a mystery, fans are left to build theories. Yeah, okay, something. So what if he's the Dream Lord? The Dream Lord is so powerful. Oh god, Dream Lord was naff. No, it's not the Dream Lord. Better Rossi Dev doesn't even remember Dream Lord exists. The Dream Lord is a powerful antagonist that could definitely be called the Doctor's greatest enemy face. No, not at all. Described Harris's character. He is a reference. No, this is bollocks. So basically, as the 14th Doctor is an illusion, the theory reads. The 13th Doctor actually regenerated into Ncuti Gatwa, but somehow the 13th Doctor decided to trigger the Dream Lord. No, this is all wrong. I don't believe your theory, okay? I think your theory is full of holes, my good sir. Full of holes. Not full of holes, though. Ncuti Gatwa's new outfit. They like it a lot. Let's read this Ponzi write-up in The Guardian, right? Because, you want to know what the Ponzi people think. I need to know what the expert class wants needs us to know. Ncuti Gatwa's vintage Doctor Who looks honours the show's 6-year history. Does it, though? That's an interesting take, okay? That is an interesting take. New Time Lord pairs a brown check suit with bright orange jumper and tan brogues. Now, again, I think it'd be very cool if he has these in a number of different shades. Like, wouldn't that would definitely be cool, right? Like, he has a blue version. I like that, or at least he has different sweaters, right? But like solids. Yeah, I think that would be cool. But okay, how does this honor the past? I am unclear. Please elucidate. Because look, when I think of Doctor Who fans, I think of Chloe MacDonald, right? That's who I always think of, Chloe MacDonald. Somebody looks just like that. In a dapper suit and a colourful jumper, the latest Doctor Who looks just like he could have stepped off the Gucci runway. Well, yes, right? And I don't think you can really say that about many other Doctor Who's. Let's think about this. William Hartnell, no. He looked like, your Adam Adamant, your elderly Victorian gent somewhat out of time, right? Famous cosmic hobo was second Doctor, was Patrick Troughton, followed by, and so let me think, the dandy of John Pertwee. Now, John Pertwee was very hip at the time, apparently, right? So John Pertwee, I don't know. I think John Pertwee may have been as stylish as Ncuti Gatwa. Maybe. That's actually a good point, because it's hard to imagine that being stylish, right? But it may be, right? That would be interesting. Tom Baker, no, I'm sorry, not stylish. Neither was Peter Davison and Colin Baker, especially Colin Baker. Sylvester McCoy started to calm down a little bit, got a bit fruity with Paul McGann, but I like his War Doctor version. Eccleston really pared down, yeah. Okay, I think David Tennant, really went for the chic look as well, right? But that couldn't be said of Capaldi or Matt Smith. So there, yeah. So looking hip, I think it's not a thing, something that's foreign to the Doctor. Maybe the 3rd and the 10th. Well, again, it's hard for me to believe that was chic, but it may well have been, right? That may well have been the case. I really don't know. Okay, genuinely, I do not know. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but yes, right? That is my concession to it. But yes, he does look like he stepped off the Gucci runway. I think that's the point. Introducing 15th Doctor paper, Ncuti Gatwa, the first images from the BBC, have been released into the wild. Gatwa, who takes control of the TARDIS in 2023, I think around Christmas time, pairs his brown check suit with a bright orange jumper and tan colored brogues, all colors with vintage appeal that give a nod to the show's 60-year history. With flowery outerwear, Key to the Doctor's look, Gatwa's costume honors what flowery outerwear? The Time Lord route. Like, can you give me some examples? What are you talking about? The Doctor's costumes are a huge part of the show. William Hartnell's original incarnation, 63 wore a frock type coat. Yes. Yes. No, he's in the right silhouette as Doctor Who. That's certainly true. More so than Christopher Eccleston, I think. Yeah, because I guess Eccleston coat only didn't really go long enough. Right? I wish it was more like Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Right? It could have just been a bit longer. I think it would have worked better. Let me think. Peter Davis, 81, wore a cream overcoat. Sylvester McCoy wore a safari jacket. Peter Capaldi up for a navy Crombie coat with a red lining. Only for one season. That was very cool. That was a cool coat, though. Speaking to the Radio Times in 2017, Ray Holman's the show costume designer at the time, gave insight in the styling process. It's a massive collaboration between the actor, costume designer, and showrunner, he said. But ultimately, we're trying to get do the right thing for the actor in the script. Blimey. How are you going to do the right thing for Whittaker in a Chibnall script? I don't know. Maybe you got to give them a suicide note. So yeah, here's your costume. What? This is a suicide note and a gun. Yeah. We call that in the clothing industry a hint. Really? Yeah, it's called a hint. Off you go. My secret to designing a new Doctor Who is dressing the actor appropriately, doing the right thing for the person. It's all about making them feel good. God, if Jonah's costume made her feel good, that's insane. So yeah, listen, I think he feels good about himself in this costume, right? I do. I think he feels like he's the character he wants to be in. I do like that. Again, that silhouette, very doctory, right? Absolutely doctory. Where are we up to? Fine. So while Chris Eccleston's Night Doctor in 2005 reinforced the noughties with an oversized black leather jacket and baggy jeans, Gatwa costume has more of a timeless appeal. Eccleston was very noughties. That is true. To a great extent, I think Tennant influenced the fashion of the age rather than the other way around. I think it was very influential. What are we up to? But it doesn't Gatwa in a classic piece, a checkered suit. The costume design clearly avoids the obvious modern day references. Yes, which I think was really kind of like slap in the face with Whittaker's one. Gatwa's premiere does not air until December 23, but so it's important there are no significants that could date it easily. Good point, actually. Yeah, it's a very good point. Checks may have also been worn by the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, and yeah, okay, fine. It's just like, yeah, we wore checks once too. Yeah, really? And the second Doctor had legs just like Ncuti Gatwa. Oh my God! How do they get it so seamless? I don't know. It's very impressive. The only contemporary hint of Gatwa suit is slightly cropped trousers and the gentle oversized fit to the coat. Let's have a look. Okay. That coat's got a nice. I like the way it falls. Right, it's got a nice weight to it. It's really, perfect to a certain extent. You can feel it can like move around with him when he runs up and down a corridor. Right. Meanwhile, the tangerine jumper has a 70s feel that's reportedly from H&M. Yeah, I got another article about that. Yeah, it's like £15. It's really cheap. Vibrant colorways are not new in the show's history. Tom Baker, Fourth Doctor, had a signature striped scarf. That wasn't colourful. That was very muted. While the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker, wore every colour of the rainbow in the patchwork pattern over the waistcoats. Yeah, I know. It didn't really... Yeah. We all try and forget that, right? We never had anything like this. Bright Knitwear was also all over the autumn-winter 2022 menswear runways, including Etro and Versace. Okay, so that's where it's coming from. Elsewhere, Harry Styles regularly wears colorful knitwear with Taylor from Ncuti. So this is just very hip, is what you're telling me. It's gonna be. It's very. This is what cool looks like now. Okay, that's what. Thank you. Now we know. Because I'm old, I don't know these things anymore. In a video on Instagram to promote the show, Gut also shows off his fingernail tattoos in the Gallifreyan alphabet, a first of the character. Yeah, somebody translated that. All right, Gutwa had previously mentioned he would have it say in the version of Dr. War off screen. The sex education star is known for his bold approach to fashion. Yes, I'm really glad that bold approach didn't come onto the screen. Yeah, I'm really glad that you avoided that, right? A regular in the front row has been pictured in bright pants, oversized suits, and even pink silky pajama sets from Prada. Dr. Huge is a huge in cosplay and also go-to Hollywood thing. Gatwa's costume is praised by fans on Twitter, with them mentioning how easy and affordable it is to replicate and second-hand and vintage stores. Yes, I really like that. I think that's a good thing, right? I do think that's a good thing. And that's what this article is. Right, so you can get this sweater for... and there we see how it rides up. Okay, we're going to see its abs a lot. £15 for that. And I guess someone's probably going to produce... I think this is going to be influential, but I think you'll be able to get this in... yeah, like if you go down Counter Market, you'll probably be able to get something like this. Oh, there you go. Oh, it looks like a dressing gown, though. Really? Well, someone's really, really sourced this already. That's very impressive. Oop, what's going on? For the question, coat and trousers from Nebraska, and the belted check jacket wool coat and trousers are pleated with jacquard pants. And boots are from Gensel. The returns. It isn't pictured here, but the jumpers on H&M, soft knit in orange. So cool to have the stuff cosplay away. So again, I can't believe you can just get this easily. Coat trousers from Nan. Okay, 1 second. Let's have a look. Let's look this up a bit more. Coat, Doctor Who. Let's have a look. How do we find it? Okay, no, I don't want any of that. That looks too fruity. What? How do I find this? Which one it is? Men. We'll start with men. Discover outerwear. Okay. No. Wow, €750 for example. Bloody hell. Well, that's not crazily affordable. Oh yeah, but somebody will start making knockoffs of these. I don't know. If it isn't, I don't know how you work out from there. Check coat. Is there any more? No. Oh, that one's close, I think, to it. Oh, this is it. This is it. Fine. Okay, so you can get this from the outlet. Okay. I pressed the wrong thing. Where'd it go? Come back. The outlet. Let's try that again. I just want to know how much it is. Okay, that's not cheap. £319 is not cheap. All right, that's not. I mean, that's certainly the fabric, but £309. That's not cheap. That is not cheap by a lot, any stretch of the imagination. Okay, but only £15 for the sweater, and you didn't even get the pants yet. Okay, fair enough. But like, I think you can it's something that kids can put together relatively easily, which I like. Right? I think that's good. There you go. Fine. Doink. Let me close that. What should we get to next? Let's look at bounding in the comics before we get to the action figures. Action figures, action man. Doink. Close that. Almost done. Man, that ranking I did for tomorrow's video was crazy, right? It was absolutely. We should look at some more of those rankings because it really was bonkers. X-Men 577, how you doing? Thank you for joining us, sir. Share screen. Jerry Bruckheimer recalls Margot Robbie's claim that female-led Pirates of the Caribbean is dead in the water, provides updates on Johnny Depp's status. Latest DC rumor claims Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is dead as Black Adams. Okay, so I want to take a minute and talk about James Gunn here, right? Because they're making a lot of moves that people are like, wait, what? Right? I think everybody expected them to take what worked and move forward and make something new with it, right? That's clearly not what they're doing, right? That's clearly not what they're doing. They are not keeping anything, right? And starting afresh. Before I can really criticize it, I can't. I have to see what they're going to do, right? I don't think it's fair to go. Now, would I have kept Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot? Yes, I absolutely would have, right? But that's just my idea, right? I mean, there are more ideas. So here, James Gunn actually talks about it. Yeah, so Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot apparently been cut from The Flash. Which, again, you think about it and you go, well, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Right? Why would you cut the incredibly successful, one of the only things that works? Well, I'm sure he must have a plan, right? I don't think he's just like pissing into the wind. Maybe he is. Maybe he has no idea what he's doing. That could be. I don't know. James Gunn's response to rumors regarding recasting attempts to explain changes he's making with the DCU. It's not changes. He's completely tearing it down and remaking it. Right? DC live action, DC Studios boss James Gunn recently responded to rumors regarding recasting of DC live action characters, as well as explaining why he and Peter Safran are making changes for the change they are to the DCU. For the DCU. Okay. Well, obviously, again, they're tearing down and rebuilding. They're starting from scratch. Twitter user My Time to Shine H recently claimed that Gunn and Safran were recasting the entire live action DC cast. Noted that Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller, Ray Fisher, Zachary Levi, and Jason Momoa will no longer be in the roles of Batman, Superman, Slave. Well, honestly, that might be their only thing they could really do in the wake of Ezra Miller, right? I mean, like, Ezra Miller might have just tainted the brand totally. That is a factor. However, the scooper also indicated that Jennifer Holland, who plays Amelia Harkle in the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, will be returning. Well, yeah, because I think she's James Gunn's girlfriend, right? Also, pretty darn hot. The Scoop also claimed that the entire cast of Suicide Squad, or what's left of it following the film, would return, including Viola Davis as Amanda Walker. Okay, I believe all this too, right? So Henry Cavill done, Ben Affleck done, Gal Gadot done, Ezra Miller done, Ray Fisher done, Zachary Levi done, Jason Momoa will get a new role. Interesting. What his new role will be? James Gunn's wife stays. Suicide Squad, what's left of it stays. Viola Davis stays. Okay. Let me see. Gunn refuted this rumor, writing on the Twitter that the Suicide Squad would indeed get a recast, while stating the previous live-action actors will be staying in their roles. Interesting. User McLean tweeted to Gunn, who knows if it's true, but recasting all the main DC EU characters, but keeping some will be interesting. How Peacemaker and Suicide Squad actors live on, but others don't, particularly when they have interact together. So Gunn replied, okay, I keep seeing posts with this untrue story. We're not recasting everyone except Suicide Squad. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think Suicide Squad's gone too. Right. One character that will be recast is is Superman. Henry Cavill announced he will no longer be playing the character ahead of announcing a new live-action Warhammer 40,000 series universe in partnership with Amazon across film and television. Let's see, why is that not happening for the 2000 AD universe? It's an absolute crime, right? It's an absolute crime that the 2000 AD cinematic universe isn't taking place across TV and cinema, right? It's an absolute crime. It's crazy. On December 14th, well, it's only 6 days ago, Cavill wrote on Instagram, I've just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and it's sad news, everyone. I will, after all, not be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return back in October, prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. Changing of the guard is sometimes something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them well and all involved with the new universe, and best of luck and happiest of fortunes. I think that's the best way to taking it. Yeah, again, Henry Cavill is nothing other than a class act, right? Absolutely. For those of you who've been at my side through the years, we can mourn for a bit, but just remember, Superman is still around. Everything stands for still. Everything stands for still exists. Not really. They've been torn around. Everything stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. To turn my turn to wear the cape has passed, but what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all, onwards and upwards. Tragic. I mean, honestly, I just look, James, mate, you better have something good up your sleeves, right? It's unclear what the fate of Ben Affleck. Well, they said he was canned as Batman like 20 times over, right? And Gal Gadot are. Gadot seemingly indicated she is still attached to the character earlier this month. Well, yeah, who knows what that means by now. She posted to Twitter a few years ago and announced, I'm going to play Wonder Woman. I've been grateful for the opportunity to play such an incredible character. More than anything, I'm grateful to you, the fans. Can't wait to share your next chapter with you. Okay, very classy statement. But again, that's Gal Gadot for you. God, she looks fantastic there. Met with Ben yesterday precisely because he wants to direct, and we want him to direct. We just have to find the right project. That sounds good. I haven't directed a Batman project, quite frankly. Again, I just think it's too early to lambast them, right? I really do. One thing Peter and I are aware of that when we took the job there as heads of DC Studio, there was a certain minority of people online who could be uproarious and inclined, to say the least. I think that's fair. I do think that's fair. Our choice of the DC on what we believe is the best of the story and best of the DC characters that have been around for 85 years. Perhaps these choices are great, perhaps not. but they are made with sincere hearts, integrity, and always with the story in mind. See, I believe him, right? I believe James Gunn on that. I'll tell you why. Because you see it in his work. His work always about story integrity and character integrity, right? I do believe it at James Gunn, right? And so that's why I say I'm not going to be so quick to say it's the worst thing ever. No one loves being harassed and calls names, but to be frank, we've been through significantly worse. Disrespect, outcry will never affect our actions. We were aware there would be a period of turbulence when we took the gig, and we would sometimes have to make difficult and not so obvious choices. Well, that's what we are now. That's what I would call these choices not so obvious, especially in the wake of the fractious nature of what came before us. Very true. But this means little in comparison to our jobs as artists and custodians in what we're helping to create a wide and wonderful future of DC. I hope you are. Like, honestly, I hope we get fun DC, right? I hope we get, like, somewhat silly DC. DC with, yeah, like Super Friends, right? With Batmite, right? It's like fun DC. Right, Cullen Archer said it's because 2008 doesn't have Henry Cavill to push it. Exactly, and what I mean, you know, Carl Urban as Dredd. That there's a lot of good casting you can get there with 2008. I mean, like 2008, I think it might be getting a bit old now, but Jason Momoa as Slane is a no-brainer, right? I mean, I'd rather get somebody Irish, right, who could really do the Irish accent thing. But yeah. Like a very, very hot, muscly guy in a sword and sorcery thing. Yeah, that would probably go well, right? Those stories are good, right? There's a lot you could do, right? There's a lot you could do with that universe. But yeah, it's been the fact that it doesn't have a Henry Cavill to push it is criminal. Exactly, and that's really the point. Okay, so back to James Gunn, or James Gunn to push it. Is Blue Beetle still going to be released next year? Oh, yes. Okay. Among those on the slate is Superman. The initial stages of our story will focus on the early part of Superman's life, so Henry Cavill, the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. Again, I hear that. Okay, it's story then. That's what they're at. They're trying to do something different with story. I hope they're not doing gay Superman. Man, that would suck ass. That would super suck ass. Is the trailer for Blue Beetle out yet? Think it is. If it is, let's try and grab that. All right, and I think that'll be a good capstone to this this segment. 1 second. So go YouTube. Blue Beetle trailer. Is this it? From 6 months ago? Is this a video game or is that a... I don't know. I think this is first look from 11 days ago. I don't know. Well, it doesn't look very good. Like, really? Yeah, fine. Let's get... it, 1 second. So, yeah. Now I'm go. If this is the right one, I'll get it. So I'll download it. Twitter video downloader. Blank. Where is this? So we go over here. And then, what's it? Doink. And saying it's wrong. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? Share, copy, doink, paste, download. I just did. It's not working. It's saying it doesn't contain a video. Oh, this is YouTube video. Oh, man, that was really dumb. That was really dumb. I went to the wrong thing. I went to Twitter video download. I meant to go to YouTube video downloader. And it's kept saying, that's not a video. I'm like, but it is. But it is. Why are you saying it's not a video? Weirdos. Start. Okay. Fine. And now it's thinking about it. Now it says download. Yes, we want to download it. It is downloading. Yes. Look at me. Just bang the rocks together, dude. Okay, just bang the rocks together. Talking to Carl Owen, I've just rewatched his sadly short-lived series, Almost Human. That was good. Had a bit of in common with Dread, I thought. That was really good. I even like the dude who was the robot. Yeah, that was a fun set. There's a lot of short-lived series that were good. Okay, here comes the trailer for Blue Beetle. So let's see what this is like. Doink.
There are countless superheroes in this world of ours. But
already, mate.
You are different from all.
Why?
You have no idea what's coming.
What is your name?
My name is Blue Beetle.
This can't be a ready trailer. This looks shit. What? That looks super shit. That can't be right. No. Well, if it is, yeah. James, you're not doing well, right? You know. Again, you know, I'll give him a pass so we see what's going on. I don't know about anybody else, but it'll be down for a full-on Batman TV show with no origins or prequels, just flat-out Batman show. Yeah, don't do a Batman origin, right? Next time we see Batman, we don't need his. We all know it, right? Spider-Man, we all know his origin. We don't need it, right? We do not need to see their origins. That really is ridiculous. Fine, let's open this up next. Doing. Let's have over here. Share screen. And tell you, this is a gift that kept on giving. Doctor Who magazine this month. Lots of good stuff in it again. Look at that beautiful bloody cover. Right? Freaking beautiful cover. Really knocking out the park, Doctor Who magazine. What's this a fact or fiction of? I should really find the fact or fictions of the Christmas episodes and do those. Hang on. Where is it? We're looking at action figures. Yes, we're going to get to this segment ages. Here, 1 second. I just want to do a quick look. Doctor Who fact of fiction Christmas. Let's see if anything comes up. Okay, it's a Christmas Carol. I'm looking at the Wikipedia. 1 second. See if we can find fact. No. Fact of. No. Oh, I thought this was going to tell me where it was from. It's Last Christmas Carol. Facts of fiction. Let's see. They have a. Oh, man. Okay. Where's that? Wow. This is really kind of useful. Let's have a look. So they're missing the last few. But here, we'll share the screen here for a second. This is really impressive. 1 second. This is worth looking at. Share screen, Chrome tab. Yeah. So which ones have are a Christmas ones? Let's see if we can find the first one. The Romans, Beast Below, Husbands of River. Oh, Husbands of River song. There you go. 572. I think I got that one. And then Last Christmas 559. Oh, let's have a look. Oh man, this is really cool. 1 second. So we got a Pocket Mags. Let's have a look. See, we've got 559. My magazines. Titles. Doctor Who magazine. We go to 559. Oh yeah, totally got this. Where is it? 559. Oh, go away, Jody. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing now. Bollocks. Yeah, wait a second. I'll go over here. Put this over here. Then I go to share screen. Here we go. Share screen. Window be here we go. That's the one. Come on. Up you come. Wakey wakey. Go away. Like what are you thinking? Like Joe, like I wanna know what is going through her head when she makes that pose. Like, what are you bloody thinking? It's insane. It's really genuinely insane. So that was your choice, right? There you go. We should totally go over this. Oh, this is an article coming up. I think next. You know what? I'll go through the different ones I have, and then I'll put a poll out on Twitter, and we can decide what's everybody's favorite. Right? That's totally the plan. But yeah. I do like those fact of fiction articles. They're pretty good. So let's go back to share screen. And let's look at the action figures. Now, I used to get all the action figures, right? I used to have all right, 1 second. I could do I've done a quick remote displays before, but yeah, 1 second. How do I get to it? Go to invite, copy. I go to mail. Send an email to me. Give yourself a link. Link. Now send that. If I send that and I send it to my phone. Okay. Go to my phone. Checking mail. And then we'll get you. You'll see where I am with action figures. So basically, I stopped when they. I used to get everything, but I stopped when they went down to the 3 3/4 inch things. Now, is this? I think this opening in Safari. There we go. Let's make sure that my sound's off. Come on! It's thinking about it. It's nearly there. Entering the studio. Oh, enter the studio, baby. Here we go. Allow. Yeah, I'm allowing everything. Allow. Mic, access, everything. There you go. Me too. I need to come up with a name. Enter studio. Fine. Oh, I tried to turn the sound off. Here we go. So, how do I change my camera? Cam. No, that didn't do it. I could just do it that way. There you go. Yeah, so let me add this to the screen. Yeah. So there you go. Ah. Okay, I muted myself. That might do the trick. Won't let me mute completely. Okay, how do I get rid of that? Oh, there I am. How do I change the camera? No, it didn't work either. Edit name. More. Settings. Camera. Back camera. Done. Okay. Now I can finally see what I'm doing. So here. Okay, it's muted. Good. Let's make this big. So there you go. This is, you get an idea of my action figure. So we got that's my light over there. So but basically you have all the doctors over here. Bit of Shara's Jack looking horny. Hoping to get with either of the pairs. By the way, I spent many hours building the background. Over there, the lights off. You can't see it, but that's the Dalek hub. If I turn the light on, you'll be able to see. TARDIS up there. We're onto the Moffat years right now. There you go. So, like, as you can see, I have one or two of the action figures. Right, and that's all there. So, as over here, we got the Cyber Zone. Right, but then the Daleks. Bit of Sycorax action. You can see the Empress Arachnos back there. Bit of Season 1, Alton action. Various. Oh, and here we have the TARDIS once again. There we go. We've got some black and white ones over there. Bit of Rick and Morty fun. And that's the Dalek Emperor. Doink. There you go. So I'm not a stranger to the action figures, right? But again, when they basically went compatible, they went to the 3 and 3 3/4 inches one. I didn't like them, right? It didn't really do much for me. Where's the so I didn't really keep up with that. And also, Jody's stuff was garbage. I wasn't going to get any of that. So I've been buying sporadically when they're on sale, plugging holes. Like if the Ian Cheston one I didn't get, and I haven't got the Harry Sullivan, but that's about the only companions I think I'm missing right now. So we weren't expecting more collector figure sets so soon after the batch release in September. See issue 582. I did not see the issue 582, but there were. But any new releases and character options is welcome. I think that's true. I agree with you. At the time of writing, the 5 new sets we're reviewing in this issue were scheduled for November, but should be available in selected branches of B&M by the time by the time you read this. I hit my phone ring. Is everyone trying to get in contact with me? Hang on. No, nothing important. Fine. By the time you read this, well, okay. I believe you. The first Doctor and the electronic TARDIS might be the most inventive example of a collector's set that Characters has revised and regenerated in recent years. Yeah, here's the thing: I wouldn't buy this one because I don't get all the different TARDISes. I'm not a big collector of all the different TARDIS sizes, right? For me, it's just. It's fine, right? That's not something that really fascinates me. And also, I think the interior should just have some backing card that looked like the first Doctor's TARDIS, right? I don't like it looking like an empty shell. Hang on 1 second. I have somebody calling me, but I have to get back with them later. Just trying to work out how to do that. Can't talk right now. We'll do that. Doink. I'll call them back later, hopefully. Anyway. So I like this one with that hat and the scarf. I already had it, so I didn't feel a need to buy this. Also, again, I guess there should be some kind of backing card, right? So although there are subtle variations in the decoration of this version that make it look different, in common with the first Doctor release in 2010 TARDIS figure, this one has a grey and black check trousers. Again, if that's your bag, man, that's great. For me, it's just that's too fine a detail to worry about, right? And the Ashcan hat. Now that makes a difference to me. I like the hat. Keeping in more of those foggy nights in Totter Lane. The new color is in the new color scheme. That's correct. There are, but none of the accessories were included 12 that were included 12 years ago. The biggest innovation with the 2022 figure is the entirely new head sculpt. Is that Dave Bradley head sculpt? Do you think? I can't really tell. That looks more like the comic strip, actually. Yeah, the vintage Sixers comic strip than anything else. This is the first time character had created the first stock there based on Drake. It is Dave Bradley, a veteran time and space, and was granted canonical status. Yeah, okay, if you want. In Twice Upon a Time. Again, I see that's why it's more collectible. Yeah, to me, I'm fine without it. I mean, like, you should do a 3-step with Richard was it Hundell? His belated entry to the action figure range seals the deal. Of course, he was dressed rather differently in Power of the Doctor. We can only hope that the figures in the past incarnations of that story are somewhere in character's drawing board. I doubt it, right? I doubt it. I like this Ninth Doctor set for a couple of reasons, but I do like the hologram Ninth Doctor. I think it's quite cool. What would have been nicer if it was on some kind of stand that you could press a button and it would light up, right? And it would look, hologrammy. The Ninth Doctor set reaches back to the character's very first series, action series figure released in 2005. Yes, I got these, okay? This came in this giant set, right, with the Daleks with the remote controls. And they were articulated at the very last minute, right? They were supposed to be like just static figures. But it was like really at the last minute, they articulated. So the articulation isn't very good. So I think they've redesigned that maybe. Let's have a look. The latest figure in this was it the latest figure? The latest Rose figure has the same combination of slightly crouching stance that divided the opinion amongst the collectors at the time. Yes, well, like why, right? Why? I understand why they did it because again, it was a static figure. They articulated. What we have here, however, is a more detailed paint scheme that one we saw 17 years ago. Almost notably, the hair and hoodie top, which reflects Rose's look in 2005, Enemy of the End of the World. The Ninth Doctor hat. Let me see. Yeah, and the original one, it's a pink hoodie. Yeah, you've got pink sleeves, and the hair is much more yellow. Right, much more yellow. Where are to? Blue Trousers seem less familiar because they're based on the look from the Ninth Doctor's comic adventures. That's interesting. So they resculpted the Ninth Doctor. In this packaging, in the packaging was updated with has an updated head sculpt and a new jacket with some detailed wear and tear on it. If the figures blue trousers seem less familiar, it's because they are based on the look from the Ninth Doctor's comic adventures. The real selling point of the set, though, is the original Ninth Doctor in the emergency hologram, as seen part in the way. So they put this out before, though. Right, this figure was molded in semi-transparent plastic with embedded waves of horizontal distortion beneath the surface. The 13th, fine. So I think, I think that's cool. I wish I had a little lighting up thing, and they've resculpted the head. Again, I don't know why they kept it in that position. Maybe it's like another. We got to talk about the 13th Doctor figure. Piss off. Like, nobody wants the 13th Doctor figure. The 13th Doctor figure brings the range right up to date with the vivid blue transmitted angel from 20. Again, that was not a resculpt, I guess. Village of Angels and a new version of the a Doctor. I guess it's a repaint of the Doctor wearing her darker coat, darker inverted coat, as first seen in Once Upon a Time. Ugh, leave me alone. A new version of Yaz looks significantly different from a previous appearance with the 13th Doctor collector set. That, to me, looks like the based from the Martha Jones figure. One second. Let me have a look. That does look a lot like the Martha Jones figure. Let me see if I can find Oh, it really is. I think it really is. Let's have a look. I'll get that rose figure down as well. You see how non-articulated it is. So let's have a look. Yeah, no, it's not. But it's not. I think they probably use elements from it. But here's that rose figure. Getting the dust off it. Man. Doink. A second. There you go. Yeah, again, you can see how non-articulated it is. It's like it like the head doesn't move, and it's got this weird pose. Again, it was just made to be a static figure in this pose, like fighting Daleks. I think this was further down as well. I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, it's. Because they didn't. I don't think they realized how big it was going to be for them. It was very, very big, right? It was very big. Huge, she cried. Fine. Most likely the new head sculpt of her wearing this with a pony. Oh, okay, very good. This collector set is available in 2 different versions. One not selling, the other not selling. One angel is screaming, the other one looks more serene. Okay, the history of the Dalek series continues with the sets dedicated to the latest 2 Dalek serials of the 70s. History of the Daleks 11. Genesis includes a pair of Daleks from Genesis of the Daleks. Again, if you just started collecting now, yeah, I got these. These are actually lovely. Look at these. The attention to detail is gorgeous. It really is lovely. Character issued in 2008 and 2011. One of the new models has the oval between the arm and the gun. If you look carefully, you'll notice slightly different dome lights. I won't look carefully, okay? I won't look carefully enough. I am looking forward to when they get up to Remembrance of the Daleks, get those cream Daleks down. As detailed notes of the packaging for the history of Daleks stores explained, there was little that could be done to disguise the tatty nature and destiny of the Daleks. Well, do they have the bombs on them? Oh man, they don't have the bombs on them in Destiny of the Daleks. They're dumb. That was one of the best things they've done. Okay, wait there. How did they not do that? That's crazy. Where's that Dalek? It's awesome, right? I mean, again, if you already have the sculpt ready to go, how are you not putting this out? That's crazy. 1 second. I think it's like this. I don't understand. Like, you're doing a Dalek set and you're not pulling out like the most recognizable thing from Destiny of the Daleks, right? The little bombs, mate. These are awesome, right? I mean, like in real life, they were tatty things, but you know, in my mind, they were awesome. So I don't know how you put out a Destiny of Daleks set without that. That's crazy. And frankly, if they're going to do a Genesis, how about getting one of the crabs in those giant clam things? So the battle one bunch with inconsistencies betraying the different varieties of sources from visual effect partners drew upon to patch them up. The new set actually reproduces 2 of those props with subtle paint variations to improve upon the Destiny Daleks previously issued by character. The 2009 2011 models midriff slats have been given a darker background, and some detailed scuff marks have been added to the fenders. One model includes silver colored trim to the top section of this. So basically, they just did what they could to get these things together. Is basically what they're doing. These are the most authentic Destiny of the Daleks we've seen. But why? Why recreate the mistakes? Again, if it's what you like, it's what you like. All we need to complete them is reissue Destiny of the Daleks figure with head explosives. Yes, exactly. To the midriff, and the most unusual Daleks in character range was issued in 2009. It hasn't been available since. So why is it not in this set? Again, criminal. Last of the collector's sets is the described as a special release of the year. It was the Creation of the Dalek set, which appears to include a reissue of Davros in the Grey Drone Dalek from Genesis of the Daleks. There is, however, more to the set. The aspects of characters 2011 Davros have been retained, including the finely detailed head sculpt and the inspection hatch. I love that, by the way. Yeah, right at the bottom, you see the inspection hatch. On the side of the chair. The 2000 update paint is less vibrant colors than the predecessor, and now there are scuff marks to the fender and the base of the chair. The real surprise is in this set is a Dalek in 2013 character book, the first appearance Dalek with detachable gun, right? And now they've done gone several steps further. The new Dalek is painted in more accurate on-screen colors, with detachable gun with a bronze ball joint and detachable arm. And the set comes with 2 accessories in the shape of a power pack that can be attached. Oh, that is so cool. They can be attached to both. The illustrated background inside evokes the closing moments of Genesis Part 1. Perfect Whispers Davros as he surveys a prototype Dalek in the memorable scene. We could say so, much to say the characters miniature recreation. I do like that attention to detail, right? I don't look at that here. Let me zoom in. That's the power packs. That's very cool. That's very cool, right? So I thought this was a full year stuff, but no. So they said we have to go back to another issue now. Okay, so that was issue 582. Fine, let me pull that up. Doink. This goes over here. 582. Please stand by. Please stand by. 582. Doink. Let's share the screen. Share screen. I was going to watch the Treasure TV series, and I saw it was led by Static Array, a National Treasure. Yeah, they all are. It's relentless. Yes, and Jody, who look more alive and plastic, says Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex is indeed correct. I nearly got to writing today, but I got really everything done. I had to do for a lot the rest of the week done today. So I'm hoping to have a full day just to focus on writing tomorrow. Where is this? Doink. Here you go. Read now. Okay. Let's find the article about the action figures. It was the reviews, I think. Doink. Okay. So do we zoom in? So this is History of the Daleks 9. This must be Planet of the Daleks. Hey, look, this is going to look a lot better with a Dalek mutant in it, right? This is going to look a lot better when they get to is it Revelation of the Daleks? I think the one in Tranquil Repose. I think. Right? Oh, come back. Doink. Fine. Let's see what they got to say. By the time you read this, new crop of 5.5 action figures should all be available in... Okay, you just said that in the last article. Okay, fine. We've been spoiled by Catrock's attention to detail for so many years. Again, I can't fault them on that. The stuff they do, they don't just knock stuff out. Although how they didn't put the bomb Dalek into the Destiny set, beyond me, right? Absolutely beyond me. Of attention to detail for so many years. So let's take it as read that all these figures are up to the usual standard. You're not here for a regressive course on blah 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 blah. So the 9th installment in the History of the Dalek set by Planet of the Daleks. This contains a new version of the Dalek Supreme. Let's have a look. See, okay, I'm looking at this one, and I look at mine on the shelves. It looks the same. I don't know how new it is. I don't see it, but then again, I'm not like, oh, got attention to detail, right? Way back in 2008, with slightly less vibrant colors. I think this one should have crazy vibrant colors. This was the one that I still lit up with the ears, right? That was crazy. And I think the jam jar purple rather than pink. Whereas what's my one over there? Can I see it? I got to turn my flashlight on to see it because I think we have a light on over there. Where is it? I can't even see. I think it's more purple, which I kind of prefer. To be honest with you. Okay, again, I don't really care. I wouldn't buy it again. Where is it? Represents improvement probably is a matter of taste, but having scrutinized Planet of the Dark Blu-ray in order to make a careful considered judgment, this reviewer's opinion is that the latest model has the title Supreme. Okay, but really, also includes the Dalek entity molded in transparent light plastic called the anti-reflecting lightwave Dalek, originally a Toys R Us exclusive in 2013. Oh, I remember this, yes. And that version has been rendered partly visible by the Fowls aerosol paint. Yeah, I think I didn't get it because it just didn't look that good, right? It looked like, I mean, again, if they do it like from Revelation of the Daleks, where it's got like the mutant in it, you know, Natasha, that thing, then I think it works. This latest entirely see-through version presumably dates from the earlier point in history. Well, it might be argued that this Dalek you didn't perhaps or couldn't perhaps actually see on screen. The sheer novelty value alone makes it irresistible. See, I wish they're doing things like do things like from the comic strip. Like Lee Sullivan did a great giant bulb-headed Dalek with a brain inside as a side Dalek. Right? I mean that stuff. This is just a bit. I don't know. Naff. It doesn't really do it for me. Makes it irresistible. I'm resisting. Okay, I found a way to resist it. History 10 includes from Planet of the Daleks a follow-up. At first glance, the machine gun seems identical to the original producer Forbidden Planet exclusive, even down to the orange headlamps sounded from the story. But if you look carefully at these models, you'll see that the black half of the midriff section behind the vertical stacks are now silver. Okay, by me. More screen accuracy, they appear due to unfortunate oversight. Okay. If that's important to you, it's important to you, I guess. Lovely. Did I miss it? Despite these disappointments, this step represents a rare opportunity to acquire miniature Daleks in an unusual, highly covered livery. This would appear to be an unfortunate oversight, which could be compensated for the addition of the black-colored armaments seen in the story. So they made a mistake in that, is what they're saying with this. All right. Again, I wouldn't really notice, but okay. Fine. So the Eighth Doctor Collector set comprises of 3 very different takes on Paul McGann's enigmatic Time Lord. The figure, this was actually quite a good set, right? And the sculpt of the War Doctor is really good in this one. I was tempted with this one, right? But I would feel guilty because I did a custom Time War Eighth Doctor, and I wouldn't want to, retire it because I really love it so much. I'm so happy with it. Yeah, 1 second. So when you do a custom and it works, you're like, oh, there you go. I'm the Doctor, just not the one you're expecting. So yeah, I mean, like, this one's gorgeous, but again, I just didn't see spending the money on it, frankly. Although I do like the Dark Eyes outfit, right? I don't have that one, but I don't know. I can kind of live without it, frankly. I don't really like it. Right, if it came with the Dark Eyes sonic screwdriver, I'll be talking about it. You're guilt trip. Why are you guilt tripping? I feel so like I so feel like I'm guilt tripping the rabbi. Oh, for not writing. Hey, kind of. I guilt trip myself. I really do. That's why it was the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? When they had that thing where you had the urgency field, right? And it's like they had to, like it would so they'll get things like, come on, we're gonna run down. It was I think Rula Linson's character, wasn't it? Lintilla. Was it Lintilla? Okay, the one where we fine. So it's got 3 versions on it. Got the 96 TV movie that first appeared in the Characters 11 box set. Yes, that's the version I got right there. Looks like a better paint job though. In 2010, the one where we have here benefits from a more sophisticated paint scheme. We just said that, faithfully recreating the Wild Bill Hickok costume. Right, the second figure from the box set is the 8th Doctor in relatively utilitarian clothing that appeared in 2019 in a BMM set inspired from the audio drama In the Garden of Death. This new figure had an improved paint scheme, which even features the highlights on the Doctor's hair. The figure also includes a satchel, which is a new accessory to the set. Yeah, they ripped that off from the Clara. Where is that? The Clara figure had a satchel. I bet it's the same thing. Okay, either way. And the third figure is we paid a visit to the same hairdresser. This is the latest take on the Doctor, 8th Doctor in the Night of the Doctor 2013 episode. This time round, there are none of the accessories. Yeah, why? I don't understand why you wouldn't put those in. The darker, more detailed paint scheme is more definitive. So yeah, look, I think that's probably, look, for me that would have been the closest one I would have got had to getting, right? But it was only one new figure, and I don't really like the costume that much, frankly. All right, and it looks like, it looks like pretty easy to custom to get a 9th Doctor action figure and pop the 8th Doctor's head on it, right? And it's essentially what you got, right? Yeah, is that the same as? Well, I guess you'd have to paint the jack. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm looking at the 9th Doctor figure right now. That's exactly what it is. The shirt's painted white. It's not overly impressive. Fine. So then the 10th Doctor is the best-selling Doctor Who figure, and a bewildering number of variants have been issued over the years. The final collector figure set this summer lineup includes 2 versions of the. Here, just want to check. Is this everything they brought out this year? That's it. Character options 2022 releases. If there's more, I will search through them. Well, but they have that regeneration package. Let's have a quick look. So this is from goes back to 2019. 2019 was a great year, by the way. It's a great release, isn't it? 2019 was a strong year, blimey. Yeah, 1 second. Let me just share the screen for a second. Man, there's a lot of good releases in 2019. Look at this. All right, so you had this very, very good 7th Doctor. Like this is one of the best versions of the 7th Doctor I've seen. All right, this is absolutely excellent. So you had that. You had the Silver Nemesis set. Right, and again, great sculpts, great paint job. New sculpts on the guns. Their handlebars seem a bit skew with there. Maybe you want to straighten those out before you ship. Right, so you had that set, which I think looked good. Then you had the 2 Doctors set with the 2nd Doctor as an androgyne, and Steyr and 2 Doctors Perry. It was just, again, for me, I think I had a 2nd Doctor one. I didn't really need the 2nd Doctor as an androgyne. And I already had 2 pairs. So it was a bit weird. So this one I nearly bought. The next one I came close to buying because of the Harry Sullivan figure. But honestly, just the other ones would kind of be in the way. I already have Link's figures. The Harry Sullivan figure does look very good though. All right. Here, 1 second. How do we get to it? Yeah, I mean that's a great looking figure. It really is. Really is. And then they got into these ones. This was War Doctor Time War set, I guess. With is it time controller? Some kind of what type of Dalek is that? That's the Axis Strike Force. Yeah, so this is the Dark Eyes one. So that's got that. Yeah, that's from the. I was disappointed that I hope they were going to do a time controller Dalek. So I was like, and I do like this version of the 7th Doctor as well, with another Time War Dalek. What story is that from? From the and the Axis Strike Squad Dalek. It must be a Big Finish thing. Right, so yeah, that was the year. So go back to here. Man, that was a good year. Bloody hell. Hang on. How do I find I do a search? Character options. Character options. There, that might do the trick. No, I'm really. Okay, no. I did a search and it booted me off the site, and I wanted to search on. Did they tag these things? These stories? Yeah, filter character options. Fine. Wow. So the last entry they put in is from 2019. Blimey, that is. I know where we're going. Doctor Who merchandise site. Doctor Who merchandise site. Finally. Here we go. Merchandise site. Fine. 2022 interactive. No. How do we go? Figures. 5.5 inch. Okay. Can we? So we looked at all of these ones. Did this come out this year? The Silurian ones? I think that this was so the must have done. Okay, so we got the Silurians to look at as well. Now again, I found this. I mean, this was very limited. Let's have a look at the figures. I just found like these are characters from these are monsters from like, lovely sculpts, but from a very bad version of the store of the character, right? I mean, like the Silurians didn't come off well in was it Warriors of the Deep? What was it from? Yeah, I mean, like, so I wasn't rushing to buy it. Again, lovely sculpts, but I'm like, yeah, fair. I don't really, okay. So I do. It just seems to be a weird choice, and this was a reissue from the collector figure there. This was a lot of fun. This was back when they did waves, and you got like a little bit of the giant robot every time. This is a freaking awesome figure, right? If you don't have it, this is awesome, absolutely awesome. I imagine it would have sold out straight away, right? It's so well put together. Such a beautiful piece. So I think it's been a pretty strong year for character. I don't know. Let's see what they do. So you got these ones. So what would I say would be the best set of 2022? Oh, that's a hard one to go for. I'm going to still say the regeneration set. This is the only one I ever had an inkling to buy, right? I think it was a gift of Chibnall to have her in this costume. They should have really cosplayed. They should have really shown off that costume a lot more, right? And they should have done a lot more with it, but they didn't. And this head sculpt for the 14th Doctor is a bit dodgy, but beautiful packaging. So but yeah, the reason that's the best thing of the year is because it's looking forward to what's coming next year, right? So these Dalek sets probably do well for them. I think this 8th Doctor set was pretty good. If any of them go on sale, I'll be like, yes. Last thing I bought for them. So here, so 2021 was a pretty good year as well. I like the Earthshock and the 5 Doctor sets. I mean, I guess once you do a Rastan Warrior robot, you might as well do the Earthshock ones, right? And you got the history of the Daleks and the first Doctor as well. But that's the one with the Hartnell face, not a Dave Bradley face. Sensorite set, yeah. Again, okay. This is the other one I came close to buying. Troughton in the coat. I love that. I just didn't want the TARDIS as well. This was nice as well. The Vord. And now we're on to 2020, right? Yeah, these are all kind of like reissues. I picked up one of these when they sold them cheap. I think it was which one? Yeah, it's the other 4th Doctor companion set. Where was it? Oh man, they really need to do Peter Cushing stuff. That would do well. So I think it's been a reasonably success. This is one I got dirt cheap when it was on sale. So there you go, character options for this year. Honestly, next year's the year. Next year is the year where we're going to get great stuff. I think next year's what to look forward to. We have no idea what is in the pipeline, but I think it'll be pretty good. Fine, let me show you what I've got coming up on the channel. We have. There you go over there. Here we are. Doink. Go. No. So I think I'm going to put a poll up about what Christmas stories you want to go deep on next stream. I think that's probably that sounds like the plan. So we do share screen. Suits you, sir. So yeah, we covered his. We did that. We covered the fashion look. We went over the James Gunn. We looked at the action figure. I feel like I covered all the bases. I'm doing pretty good here, right? So over the next few days, what do we have coming up? Tomorrow we have this video. Screen Rants Bonkers ranking of the Doctor Who Christmas specials and New Year specials. For Christmas, I want to make everyone finally admit that Jodie was the bestest ever. So to which Santa replies, "Darling, I'm Santa Claus. I can't go about lobotomizing the world. That would be, inconvenient." Escape from Reality, pretty darn good. Oh, you know what I'm really enjoying right now? The new War Doctor one, which is basically Apocalypse Now, right? He's off to assassinate some rogue Time Lord, probably the Doctor, right? Or sorry, some a version of the Doctor called the Papa Surgeon. So it's got to be the Doctor. Or some connection to it. But this was very good. Escape from Reality. On Christmas Eve, Saturday night, we are going to be going over Christmas specials in Christmas in Another Dimension. Classic Christmas specials that never were. For one night, I nearly filled it as a Doctor in 1982. And in 1971, I nearly made a splendid Christmas dinner for Unit. Don't look at me. I'm in a cunning disguise. So that's going to be Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, hopefully we'll have guests join us. We are having the After the Turkey special. After the Turkey. Chill out and chill stream and hang out. Join in with the drunken party games. I will be playing drunken party games. Debauchery and obscene shenanigans. Who doesn't love a bit of obscene shenanigans? Well, whoever has to clean the carpet, I guess. Doctor Who had left meat on the bones when I got it back from you idiots. So that's gonna be Christmas Day. It's all happening. You'll love it. With that.